now. Hello, everybody. My name is Kaislav, and welcome to my stream. Today, we have a special episode because we are going to be playing a campaign by Lord Havoc. It is called Hydra Unleashed campaign, and I'm super excited about it. I have a friend joining me for the game today. It's Phenexian. Hello, how
Hello,
are you?
hello. I'm very good.
So I'm not very experienced with the campaigns. So fortunately, Phenexian is here to correct me if I do something wrong. We went through the beginning of the rule book to see what we're gonna be against. So Lord Havoc made this campaign, which is different because it. Oh, you can keep that one. You can keep that page there. Uh,
Yeah, that's what I was doing. I was going to this one.
yeah, yeah, but I would like to
Oh, this
show
one.
this
Ah,
first.
okay.
So in this campaign, unlike the others, there's no one way to win the campaign, but you need to win the campaign, you need to beat the scenario 5, prophecy fulfilled, but there's no a single way to get there. So if you lose any of the scenarios, you don't replay it, but you will have to play another scenario to get back on the road. So ideally, there are going to be 5 scenarios, but if we lose some of them, we'll have to play an extra one, which is Escape the Future, The Viper's Nest, and Enemy of My Enemy. So we'll see how we're going to go. And this page looks really cool. It's simple, but it works, I think.
Yeah, I think it's very
So
cool.
we're gonna be playing Heroes by Misteltainn. I'm gonna be playing Jimmy Woo, uh, Agent Woo, who is an agent of Atlas and Shield agent. And who are you playing?
I'm Pearl Pangan, who is the hero Wave. And I think most people will know her as Peter Parker's love interest in the new Spider-Man TV series.
Wait, isn't it Nico Minoru?
Nico is in that series as well. Uh, Pearl is the
Oh,
person that
Pearl
Peter
is the
Parker is
one
in love
that.
with.
Oh, that's the one who was with uh Tombstone.
Tombstone, yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, nice. So she's gonna get powers in the TV show probably.
I assume so.
Yeah. So okay, so let's check the box. The box looks amazing. I think that Man 3 helped with the box. It has both sides so you can see what the box contains. Um there's one mistake which I already mentioned, which is that if you check the 5th scenario, on it's not Queen Varanki, even though it might be because she might look like anyone else. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Red Skull.
Oh, whoops.
Uh,
Yes, I see.
but yeah, but so it looks amazing. You can even see the sides. Oh, yeah. So the
Yeah,
first
it makes
scenario is Blitzkrieg. So let's check. Okay, so let's read the introduction. So during his captivity at the hands of the Third Reich, Nostradamus had a revelation, a prophecy that the great Hydra would one day rule the world, its sharp fangs tearing the flesh of Mother Gaia. Hitler's generals advised him that they should form an offshoot of the party called Hydra and locate the fabled sword, the Fang of the Hydra. So the Fang of the Hydra is here set aside, which was in the set of instructions. Hitler orders that this be done and tasks Baron von Strucker with locating and retrieving the sword. After months of research, Struck's team determined the sword was hidden in the French town, and I can't read this one.
Chauveau.
How is it?
Chauveau.
Chavaux. He assembled his forces and set out to retrieve it. In modern day, you and a group of SHIELD agents failed to stop Fenris, the von Strucker twins, from opening a portal and traveling back to aid their father locate the artifact. Without hesitation, you leap into the portal before it closes, hoping to stop the growing Hydra threat at its source. Can you stop the destruction of Shirvo and find the sword before Strucker and his Nazi allies do? Oh, excited! I'm
Oh
excited.
yeah.
So there is a custom keyword which is civilians in this scenario. In this scenario, we're gonna be resurrecting resurrecting the civilians, or might happen that some civilians will die as casualties of war. So that's represented by these tokens and these environments. Oh, oh, oh God, let me just uh, change the size a little bit. Uh,
Mhm.
So, okay, so we put Baron von Strucker. We have the main scheme. Set Captain America ally aside, which is here. Uh, all the encounter cards are already there. So there is Blitzkrieg, encounter set, Hydra attacks, standard, which there is a custom reskin of it, and Hydra Patrol as well. So we have everything there. We have the obligations as well. So we set the Captain America and Fang of the Hydra attachment aside, put both environments into play, and now we discard cards from the encounter deck until a Blitzkrieg side scheme is discarded and reveal it. Okay.
Wow.
Does it happen before this? Does it happen before we draw? Or is it I don't know. Oh,
I
it's the same text as here. So I think that we first draw, right?
okay.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what happens first, but I think
I mean,
that
I don't think it'll matter too much. I think
yeah, you're right. That probably doesn't matter. So let's shuffle. So you'll be the first player. We filled also the Hydra Unleashed campaign log. So Phenexian is playing Wave. He's they're player one, and I'm playing Jimmy Woo, and I'm player two. We both have 10 hit points. So okay,
we need to discard cards off the top of the deck until Blitzkrieg.
yeah, you can do it.
Is this a Blitzkrieg? I'm assuming it means a side scheme from the Blitzkrieg set when he says that. Or does he mean? Let me check.
At the end of
Just
the
quickly check.
round, discard one civilian token from Burning Farmhouse until a Blitzkrieg side scheme is. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, the side scheme from the Blitzkrieg encounter set. Yeah. So we put a token there. So there are
Uh,
four civilians.
Civilians, yes.
Civilians. After a civilian encounter is discarded from a side scheme or rescued civilians. Place civilian counter on here. After a side scheme leaves play, move any civil encounters from that side scheme to here. Okay, so if we clear it, we get
So
the four rescued here. If any of them is discarded or removed, we put them on the casualties of war.
yeah. So we got to save
And
those civilians in a hurry.
yes, and at the end of the game, if there are more casualties of war than the rescued civilians, we lose.
Yep.
Otherwise, we win. So the end of the game is when we are killed, right? Or when the main scheme gets uh yeah, because in this scenario, if the main scheme like if it threats out, we uh we check the casualties and the rescued civilians, and that determines if we lose or win. Not if yeah. So 5 civilians here. Okay, so what does it say? So force interrupt when threat is being removed from the assault.
I just think this shouldn't
Uh,
be here. I think it's just when threat is removed from
when threat
assault on
is removed
Cherbourg.
from the assault of Sherwood. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be everywhere. Move one
It is. It's
civilian
going to be
count.
everywhere.
Move one civilian counter from the side from this scheme onto rescued civilians. When threat is removed. Okay, so when we thwart it, we save one, right?
Save civilians. Yes.
And
And when
if
there are
at
no
any
more
time
civilians,
there
they
are no
move
civilian counters,
afterwards.
okay. And if they are all removed, we progress it or we
Yeah.
advance it. Okay. So it starts at 0 and 2 per player goes there. Okay, let's put it here. We need 20.
There doesn't seem to be any bad thing that happens
Wow, well, we don't
when it
know.
completes. Oh, it advances when it completes. Yes, I see. So either we save all the civilians or it completes.
Yeah. So his hit points is 22. Okay, so I think we are set. I think we're set.
Okay. Right. Am I happy with this hand? I discard Tide Wall because it doesn't do anything for me this turn. I don't want to open with Clobber, so I'll discard that. Okay, cool. Right, have you done your mulligan?
I'm thinking of mulligan, but mulligan these two. Okay. So yeah. Okay, so you're first player, so you can start.
Okay. So my hero action, so my alter ego action lets me put the top card of my deck into my Rising Tide area, which I will explain more about later. But I'm not going to use it because none of the cards in my hand currently care about the Rising Tide area. So I will flip to hero. I will spend Genius on Ironheart, and the first whenever I play a card, one of the cards I use to pay for it go into my Rising Tide area. That is how Wave works. And then Wave draws me a card. So Ironheart draws me a card. Ooh, interesting. This is suddenly like a hmm. I'm going to use Maelstrom to pay for Fluid Motion, which also puts the top card of my deck in there, which I didn't really want to do, but that's okay. And I think I should get Martial Prowess. So I will discard my combat training and Precision Strike to get Martial Prowess, just so that I have all of my setup done. We need to save
Yeah,
these
if you
civilians.
can remove one from here, that would be
One, I can do two if you would prefer, but I can definitely do one. So I will remove one.
one is enough.
Okay, and then in that case, Wave is going to hit Boundstrucker, who has Retaliate. Oh, that's scary. And when he attacks and damages a character, he places a civilian on the casualties of war.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty bad. Okay.
And if we kill
Uh,
him, and if we kill the second stage, we win, and then we don't win. Need to we need to check the numbers. So and then it determines if we win or not. So
yep. We
we
need
don't
to
we
rescue more people
yeah
than
we need to rescue first before we kill him.
yes. Okay. I'm done.
Uh, so that's your turn, right?
Yep. And then I discard my Rising Tide area. Although I think I do that. I think I do that when you've done your turn as well.
So is it
Um,
before the phase ends or after you discard? Uh,
Let me get the insert. I have it saved. Um, um,
I have never heard of this character before.
Rising Tide area. Um, at the end of the player phase, before players draw up to
Okay.
their hand size, place all cards in the Rising Tide area into their owner's discard pile.
Okay, so I'll start with the action. Search your deck for a side scheme and add it to your hand. Limit once per round. So I'm gonna search for um I'm gonna search for wait, how much that is for. Uh, where's the other side scheme? Here. Oh no, that's too much. Okay. So I'll grab this side scheme. I'll flip to hero. So after a side scheme enters play, I remove one threat from that side scheme. Hit points and allies controlled by agent go against the okay. Oof. So I'll play this player side scheme. It's cost 0. It enters play with 4 threat, but I remove 1. Is it correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Then I'm gonna need
Temujin is really
these.
good at thwarting for what it's worth.
Sorry?
Temujin is really good at thwarting for what it's worth.
I know, but I wanted to clear this.
Fair.
So I'll need to play. I'm gonna thwart for 2 by my basic thwart from here. I'm gonna play this, but now the question is what I'm gonna pay with. Taking the water damage from this prove all of the damage. Um, I'll probably uh pay with the car and this side scheme to perfect the version. So remove 3 threat from a scheme if remove the last threat, remove 2 threat from another scheme. So I remove 3 from here. That means that this gets cleared. We get
Or save
4
civilians.
civilians. Oh, Hydra 1 per player. Yeah, there was 6 in the beginning, right? I didn't
Yes, I
check
put
yet.
6. I put 6.
So now I can remove 2 more because it removed the last threat. And I'm gonna play search keyword. I'm gonna spend this to play espionage,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll keep Temujin in my hand, and that's gonna be my turn.
Yeah. Thinking about it, I think your one way or another's are going to do a lot because if the if the side schemes are our way of getting civilians we can rescue, that'll be
I
really good for us.
Yeah, I think I have 2 copies still.
Mhm.
So I get to draw 4 cards. So 4 threat go on the main scheme when threat is being removed. So it's not being removed. Oh, I forgot to ready. And if anytime there are no civilian gun, okay. So he attacks you.
Hmm. Um, I think I'm just gonna take it. So he hits me for 2, 3, 4.
And we get one
Okay.
casualties of war.
Yeah.
He attacks me by basic 2. So if he damages, so he's gonna damage me even if I defend. Very
Yeah, that
likely.
was my thinking as well. I was like, unless he draws no boost icons.
So I will just take it. So I get 3 damage. And we have another casualties of war. So now in the guards.
Mine is a Hydra regular. I love to see it. One threat
Yeah.
inflicts on the team.
Mine is as well.
Okay, if you leave the Hydra regulars alone, I will deal with them on
Yeah.
my turn.
Well, I'm happy to do it.
Oh, it's good for me. I'll be able to draw a card for each of the ones I defeat.
So when Temujin thwarts, move 1 threat from a scheme to Temujin. So that's another threat. So
That
we
is
can
another
move it.
threat, so he's effectively got thwart too.
And then when he attacks, remove each threat from him. And for each threat removed this way, he gets +2. That's good. But I feel like getting Helicarrier first.
Hmm.
So I will spend 1, 2, oh, wait, 2, 3 to play Helicarrier. Exhausted to put in another preparation card. Uh, I'm gonna thwart for 2 from the main scheme. So we get 1 rescued civilian and remove 1 from here.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think that's it. No,
Yep. So that sounds
I
good to
didn't
me.
I didn't do a lot, but I have Helicarrier, which is fine.
Yeah, you set up your economy. That is good. Something I've just realized, by the way, attack from all angles isn't an attack, so it's great to use against Baron Strucker because it gets around his retaliate.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah. I can't with that. Yeah.
okay. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to discard Avengers Mansion to pay for Ocean's Fury. So I can only play one of these in a round, and until the end of the round, whenever Wave defeats an enemy or removes the last threat from a scheme, I draw 1 card and flip a face down card in my Rising Tide area face up.
Mm-hmm.
So I should be getting a good amount of cards now. Because I will use Martial Prowess to play Precision Strike and do 2 damage to this Hydra regular, which heals me for 2. Draws me a card. I don't have any face down cards in my Rising Tide area yet. And that exhausts Fluid Motion and gives me +1 attack, which I'm just going to track here. I was really hoping I would draw a better attack event. Um, I would really like to play the second Fluid Motion,
Yeah, I
and I
see.
can't clobber. That's okay. I will use Arrow to pay for Fluid Motion. So I have 2 of them. I will attack the other Hydra regular, which draws me a card. Ooh, my sword. That's really good news. Um, I will then discard Clobber for my sword. My sword has exhaust wave sword and flip a face up card in my Rising Tide area face down, ready wave. So I will do that. I will exhaust my sword, flip down the Avengers Mansion, ready wave, and then I will. I guess we want to save the civilians on Assault on
Mm-hmm.
Chabot as quickly as
Yeah, I think
possible.
so. Yeah.
So I'm going to thwart the Assault on Chabot twice, which will defeat Ironheart. But
So
it
you
removes 2
remove
threats.
2. 2
Yep.
threat, 2
And
civilians, and 2
saves 2 more
here. Oh,
civilians.
nice.
Fantastic. Okay, and that is my turn.
So, what now happens when they are face up and face down?
Oh, they just discarded at the end of the round. Um,
So why did the card flip the card in the tide in the wave area?
so
Wave, how is it
Wave
called?
Swords can flip a face-up card face down as part of the cost of using them.
Ah, I
So
see.
you need to
To
have
ready.
cards. Yeah, so you need to have cards to flip down. So the
Mm-hmm.
face-up cards in the Rising Tide area are like a resource that Wave spends.
Mm.
That makes sense?
After you play this card, cost plays that. Yeah. I do. I understand. But okay, but almost every time there's gonna be some card because you usually play at least one for
Yes,
some
but
cost.
Wave has events in her deck that can eat like three in a go, like three at a
Yeah.
time.
Okay, I
So
understand.
I just haven't drawn them yet.
So ready? I get 5. So, 4 threat on the main scheme. He attacks me. Oh, wait, do I have any? Don't. I'm gonna take it. So it's 3 damage and 1 casualties of war.
Okay. Then he's going to attack me. I'm going to take it. And I take 2 damage, and we get 1 casualty of war.
And encounter cards. The villain schemes. Do I have anything? No.
Fine. We've got plenty
So
of
he
bad
schemes
whips still.
1 plus 1. If this attack defeats a character, place 1. Okay. I'm not gonna use target acquired because it doesn't do anything right now. So
It's
it's
just
just
2 threat.
2 threat.
And then, a burning farmhouse. I think this is actually good for us.
I think that on the assault on Cherbourg,
Mhm.
the first response should be after the last counter is removed from here, advance to stage 2A because first response usually is like after something happens.
You're right. But
Like I understand it what it means, but I think that just to be it's correct. I think that it should be
yes,
changed.
it doesn't have a response timing trigger in its text. It should have after, not if. I agree.
So you get the scheme.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to
Burning
use
another
my
burning
ability.
farmhouse.
So I'm going to use
Oh
my
yes,
ability
good
to
idea.
remove 1. Yeah.
And I
At the
become first player.
end at the end of the round.
Mhm.
So it's now. So we discard 1, right?
At the end of the round. Oh, you're right. Oh, that's not good for us. That gives him a casualty of war immediately.
Yeah.
Okay. Um. Okay. What am I doing here? There's not any enemies to attack, which is a little bit upsetting to me.
I have
Um.
I think I have good thwarting right now, so
Well, so do I actually. I think.
yeah, it's fine. I have
Um.
one way or another, so I'm gonna be putting more side schemes into play, so it's fine.
Cool. Right. Let me figure out how I'm playing for all of this. I'm going to discard fluid motion to pay for Ocean's Fury. Am I going to have good uses for Ocean's Fury?
Like
Yeah.
if you're one resource short, you can use the helicarrier. I have a use for it, but if you are one resource short, it's fine too if you use it.
We'll see in a moment. I'm going to play Ocean's Fury, and then I'm going to discard one by one to play, which actually goes into my Rising Tide area, to pay for Marine Patrol. I'm going to flip down Fluid Motion in order to do the draw 1 condition on Marine Patrol. So it thwarts for 2, and it draws 1 card. I'm actually going to thwart for 2 from attack
No,
from all
I
angles.
I I I would I would prefer this if you don't need to damage.
I want to defeat the scheme to get my card draw from Ocean's Fury.
Oh, it has to defeat. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then yes.
So so I flip 1 down. So it's 2 thwart and 1 draw. So I defeat attack from all angles. So we're going to do 7 damage to Strucker. That goes into your discard. That lets me draw 2 cards, one from Marine Patrol and one from the fact that Ocean's Fury is in play.
Hmm.
I need more of my events. Right. I will. Guess I have to take retaliate damage because I. Right. I'm going to play combat training by discarding 1 by 1 and Clover. Then I'm going to attack Strucker for combat training puts this at 1, so I'm 3 attack. Attack Strucker for 3 damage, and I take a point of damage. Then I use Wave Sword and flip down 1 by 1 to Ready Wave. I'm going to flip to Hero, and then I'm going to heal for 3.
I think this is a very strong card.
Yeah. And that is my whole turn.
Okay. So I will start with one way or another. So I search the encounter deck for side schemes. So we need some with the civilians. 3, 4, 5. I would prefer. I would prefer any other. What is this? 3, 4, 5. Is it reveal it? Reveal that side scheme. Oh, oh no, you don't want that one. This is okay. Just play a no. Okay, I'll put another burning farmhouse.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 6, but I remove 1 by my ability.
Yep. Because it's once per phase.
I'm gonna use helicarrier. Oh, I should have drawn. How much do I draw? 3 cards. Hmm. 1, 2 for this. Oh, plus 1 hand size. I need that. Okay, so I will first thwart 2 from here. I'm gonna use helicarrier and lay the trap to perfect diversion. That removes 3, and if it removes the last, it removes another 2 from another scheme. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. That means that we get 4 civilians.
Yep. We're up to 11 rescued civilians.
Uh, Unfortunately, I can't play Chance
Mm-hmm.
because I need to get rid of this first. So I'm gonna spend these 2 to play Perfect Diversion again. I'll remove 3 from
Yeah.
here. So we get another 3 civilians. And I can remove 2 from here. That means we get
So
another
double
one.
civilian. Okay, yeah, we've got a good
I
lead on him.
can't afford these. That means that I'm gonna keep them in my hand. I actually want both. And
Yeah,
I
they're both very good.
might flip down as well.
Yeah,
I'm
with
gonna
like the main scheme isn't in danger of popping. Even if it does, it only gives him one civilian to casualties of war, and like his scheme is not that good.
yeah, I
Like,
think we're gonna I hope it's not gonna pop up. It's not
yeah,
gonna pop.
right. Discard my Rising Tide area and don't tap and draw.
Wait, actually, you know what? I can use my ability, or the action, sorry, the action, search my deck for a side scheme and add it to my hand, and I could, oh, no, I'm not gonna do it, because I would
Okay,
lose this one, and I don't want to lose that one. So
right.
ready, I get 4 cards. Okay. One, two. So, um, 4 threat on the main scheme. He schemes against you.
He does indeed. He schemes for 2 and that's it. Doesn't do anything else. 2. Bum bum.
And he schemes against me. If this attack defeats an ally, which it does not, so it's 2 plus 1, that's 3. 1, 2, 3. And counter cards?
Counter cards. Hydra Infantry. When defeated, choose to take 1 indirect damage or shuffle the Hydra Infantry into the encounter deck.
Civilian Massacre. Oh my gosh. Place 2 threat on each side scheme. If there are no side scheme in play, move up to 2 civilian counters from rescued civilians. Oh gosh, up
Oh
to.
no.
So probably we should to move 2. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
It shouldn't say
That's
up to because we could technically choose to move 0,
yeah.
but I think he means move 2 and he
Yeah,
said
yeah,
up
yeah.
to because it could have maybe only be 1 left.
Okay, so I'm the first player now.
Yep, now you're first player.
Hmm. There's nothing to thwart, just the main scheme.
Well, the floating the main scheme is good. It'll advance us to the
Yeah.
next stage, I guess. Or we could just try and defeat
Mm.
Strucker. Damage is also good.
Yeah, but I have another one way or another, so maybe I'll use it.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So I'll spend 1, 2, and 3 and Telecarrier to play Chance.
Chance.
That
Yeah.
gives me +1 hand size when I'm in a hero, and I can exhaust it and play it a side scheme in the discard pile. In my discard pile in the victory display. Okay, that's the swapping of the side scheme from the victory display, so that's not, I don't have any there. I can use my ability to search for a side scheme and add it to my hand, which I'm gonna do. I'm gonna search for, where is the attacking one? This one. Gonna flip up. Oh wait, I should probably recover just in case. 1, 2, 3. I'll flip up. Oh, I'm not sure if I should play one way or another now,
Uh,
because
it'll be fine, I think.
I won't be able to finish it. Do you have any thwart card? How about you are another we go?
I kind of do. Because I have Sea Hunter, and Sea Hunter can play events from my discard. So I could play my Thought event from my discard.
Hmm. So do you think I should play it?
Yeah, it'll get you more cards. You'll probably draw
Okay,
into a
let's
Thought
do.
event, let's be real.
So which one? So deal the first player in a counter card? No, no. After a treachery card is revealed from the encounter deck, discard 1 civilian counter from Hamlet. That's fine, I think. So I choose this one. That means that it enters play with 5 counters, 5 threat, 3 civilian counters. I remove one by my response on my
Mhm.
hero. Um, yeah, I draw 3 cards. Oh, sorry, I forgot to draw. Yeah, this is. I think Mockingbird would be good now.
Mhm.
Gonna play Mockingbird. Done Baron von Strucker. Mm, I will clear the area. Uh, how how uh, how much threat should I leave there? I can leave 1, 2, or 3, or 4.
Uh, 2 is the most efficient one, I think.
Okay, so Mockingbird will thwart for 1 from here. That means that it progresses. Do you agree?
Sure, yeah. I mean, we don't want him to get the civilian, right? The token.
So now this says that if at any time there's no civilian counter on the assault of Cherbourg, advance to stage 2A.
Mhm.
So this goes away. 2A
Let's get a
says
side America.
put the citizen Captain America into play. Oh, but into play under his control. But
He
under
says
my.
he's. I think he says he's under the control of the
Ah,
first
okay,
player.
of the first player. Okay. Discard cards from the encounter deck until a Blitzkrieg side scheme is discarded and reveal it. Attach the Fang of Hydra to Baron von Strucker. Okay, so we discard until. Is it discard, right? Discard until. Okay.
Right, and he's got multiverse, so you can actually have him and be Captain America because you would be the Captain America from the present, and this is the Captain America from the past.
Okay, yeah. So Hydra Patrol. Oh no, that's not Blitzkrieg side scheme. So it's supposed to be Blitzkrieg side scheme. So that's this one. When revealed, deal the first player in an encounter card. That's me. And it's with 5. I already used my ability, so I may not use it again.
Mhm.
And 5, and there is an amplify. Oh gosh, it's not good. So I control Captain America now, so I can use him. Uh, Control Captain America does not count against your ally limit after a civilian counter is discarded. Exhaust Captain America. Place the civilian counter on a side scheme that uses civilian counters instead.
Mhm. So he can stop civilians from going into casualties of war,
So I will
except for the
thwart,
destructive effect,
except. Oh yeah.
because
So
because
I
this one
will.
doesn't
Yeah,
discard them.
yeah, yeah. It's not discarded. Yeah. So I will thwart with him.
We should
Hmm.
read this as well. The onslaught by Strucker's troops appears on the
Oh.
verge of victory, but then hope arrives on the horizon in the form of the Allied army, led by the Sentinel of Liberty himself, in America.
Oh gosh, a lot of text here. So, first interrupt. If an attack goes undefended, instead of damaging the hero, discard X civilian counters from rescued civilians.
Oh,
X, oh gosh, we
we're going
need
to be
to
defending a lot now.
undefended instead of damaging. Oh gosh, X is the amount of damage that would have been dealt. Gosh, that's bad. After resolving step 1 of the villain phase, place 1 counter on casualties of war.
Oof.
And if this scheme is completed, add 2 per player counters to casualties of war and end the game.
Right.
Wow,
Okay.
it's not good.
Right. So we can win without killing Strucker. When
I
this scheme
know.
completes, the game ends. But we have to keep saving civilians faster than he's killing them. That's really interesting. I like that.
I do as well, but if we clear this, then we don't have any chance to get any more, only by Captain America.
Yeah, I do understand that. So we do need to do a lot to. Stunning him's good. Stunning him is a good way of solving that problem. Well, let's see
Okay,
what we can do. And
so
you
I'm gonna thwart with Captain America.
sure? Are you going to hit the vulnerable farmhouse?
What do you prefer?
If you hit the hamlet, I can probably defeat the vulnerable farmhouse. It's not my ideal turn, but it's fine because it turns out we don't actually need to do damage to win. And I was going to do a big damage turn, but instead I can do a moderate thwart turn.
Wait, or you can
Yeah.
keep it there, or you can keep it there.
I don't like leaving amplifiers around.
Okay,
I won't
okay.
lie to you.
So I'll finish this one. So we get 3 more civilians. So 1, 2, 3, 3, and that's my turn.
Okay. So I will. Should I play? Okay. I'm going to use Pearl's action to place the top card of my deck face up in the Rising Tide area. It's going to be one of the cards I wanted. Yep. Yeah, it is. Um, typical. Um, then I will use Superpower Training to pay for Pearl's Lolo. Pearl's Lolo is going to flip a face-up card in the Rising Tide area face down and heal 3 damage from Pearl. That's an alter ego only action. Then I will flip to Hero. I will use Energy to pay for Sea Hunter. So Sea Hunter reads after she attacks or thwarts, I can flip a face-up card in my Rising Tide area and pay the printed cost of an event in my discard pile. That event is probably going to be Marine Patrol. So, Sea Hunter thwarts the vulnerable farmhouse for 1, flips down energy, and then I pay 1 to pay for Marine Patrol. I'm going to flip down both of these cards in order to use both the effects on Marine Patrol. So Marine Patrol thwarts for 4 and draws me a card. So
So we
that
get
saves these
3.
civilians.
1, 2, 3.
And that draws me a card. Then I will use Marshall. No, I want to. Actually, this is really weird. I actually want to pay for 1 by 1 properly. I will pay for 1 by 1, so that it goes into my Rising Tide area. And I will hit these Hydra infantry, and I can choose to either take 1 indirect damage or shuffle them into the encounter deck. I'm going to shuffle them into the encounter deck. They don't seem very scary. And because I defeated them, I deal 2 damage to another enemy, so I will do 2 damage to Strucker, which damages me for 1. And that triggers Fluid Motion, getting my bonus attack to 2.
So your attack is 4 now?
Yeah, my attack is 4 now.
So now you
So I
can
can
grab
steal his
the...
sword.
Oh, that's good,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I will steal the sword from him. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yoink. What's after this? And it becomes the hero side. After you make a basic attack and damage the villain, discard the top card of the encounter deck. For each boost icon on the discarded card, deal 1 damage to the villain. Okay. Then I will.
You retaliate 1, right?
He retaliates 1. Yes. Then I will exhaust wave swords and 1 by 1 to ready wave. And I don't actually think we want to defeat the main scheme because
No, we
we
don't
kind
want
of want
to.
to.
We want to thread out right now.
Yeah, kind of. Well, so I will just keep attacking him then. So I will hit him for 4 more. Yeah, because you're 4 more. So this is a response. Yeah, so I do the damage first. 1, 2, 3, 4. He advances to his next stage. His retaliate is now 2. But he was defeated, so I don't take retaliate damage.
I do, you
Um,
do.
you do? I take
You
2
do.
retaliate?
Yes.
Okay, sure.
There's a new ruling that if a villain or if a villain that has retaliate was defeated, if the second stage has retaliate as well, you retaliate from the second stage.
Okay. Um,
What is the hit point? 30.
yeah, 30. End Baron on Striker schemes. If there are less counters on casualties of war than rescued civilians, add 1 counter. Okay. Well, that's bad. But I also discard the top card of the deck and do damage to him equal to the number of boost icons. So I do 2 more damage to him, but it's not an attack, so it doesn't
Mm-hmm.
trigger retaliate.
Mm-hmm. Fortunately,
Okay.
fortunately he's stunned.
Yeah, thank God. He's really scary. Um, all right, and then we untap and draw, and all of our round ending stuff.
Okay. So, uh, two per player goes here. One per player goes here, so 2 threat. After resolving step 1 of the villain phase, place 1 counter on casualties of war, which I can prevent, right? After is this no, it's discarded, so no, I can just do this. So 1 on casualties of war. If this scheme is completed, so that doesn't happen now, and if an attack goes undefended, okay. So he attacks me, but he's stunned.
Hmm?
He attacks
I'm
you.
going to defend with Sea Hunter. Um, so he attacks Sea Hunter for 1, 2.
Oh gosh.
Okay, for 5. Thank God I didn't take that.
So we put 1
So
casualties of,
one on
does,
casualty 1. Yeah.
yeah, it's the same thing. 1 casualties of war.
Sorry, Sea
And
Hunter.
anything else? When Berserker attacks and deals. Okay, no. Yeah. And encounter cards.
Encounter cards.
So I have 2. So first one, Hydra Sniper. Sniper 1. So that's a custom keyword. So let's check what it is. Sniper 1. Sniper X. While a card with a sniper keyword is in play, players must deal damage to character cards in play equal to the specific sniper value at the beginning of the villain phase. Players must deal damage to character cards. Oh
Yeah,
gosh, I
so
understood.
I think the wording should be at the beginning of the villain phase. Each character with sniper, each player must deal damage to character. Oh, the players must deal damage to characters they control. They're equal to the sniper value.
And
So
this damage cannot be dealt to characters under any player's control. Can be dealt to characters
yeah.
under any player's control. And it can
So
be
when
divided among the players as they see
mhm.
fit. A character's defense does
So
not reduce if all players are in alter ego. Ignore this ability. Oh,
yes.
so
So
wait, once again. While a card with a sniper keyword is in play, players must deal damage to character cards in play equal to the specified sniper value at the beginning of the villain phase. This damage can be dealt to characters under any player's control, and it can be divided among the players as they see fit. So that means that I deal 1 to any character I choose? Or
yeah, at the
no,
start of the villain phase though, so not now.
I know, but so 1 to any character. Why is it not
Yeah.
when I'm in alter ego?
It just this is what it says. If all
Oh,
players are in alter ego form, ignore the ability.
it's not very good wording, I would say.
There's definitely there are bits here there that can be fixed, but the idea is it's like super indirect damage, right? It's like at the start of the villain phase, take 1 indirect damage, but that indirect damage can be assigned to other players, not just yourself.
Yeah. Okay. So that's and when reveal, discard 1 civilian counter from rescued civilians. I'm going to prevent that,
Oh,
like
okay.
Captain America.
You can't
Why not?
because there's no card to put it on.
After a civilian count is discarded, exhaust Captain America plays the civilian counter on it. Oh, you're right. So yeah, so one less.
And it
And
goes on here.
uh, after a civilian count is discarded from the side. Okay, yeah, you're right. And the other. Oh, now there's a side skill.
Why can it be in that order? Mean. Okay. And then I have. Oh, are you using your ability on this? Yes, you have. Yeah.
Yeah, I have, yeah.
And I have a Hydra soldier. Good. Okay. Stuff for me to hit. That should be a one. Okay. How do I want to navigate this? I will pay for Crashing Wave with Maelstrom. When you use Maelstrom to pay for a card, put the top card of the Rising Tide area. So top card of your deck in the Rising Tide area. So I have 2 face-up cards. This attack does 1 damage, but I can flip cards, face-up cards in my Rising Tide area face down to do more damage. So I will flip down 1 card,
Oh, and
and
you
this
take
Crashing Wave. Oh, I
Captain
get Captain
America.
America. Cool. So this card does 3 damage and defeats the Hydra Sniper.
Hmm?
And it was an attack event, so my fluid motion goes up. Then I these crashing waves are usually a lot better when you have other cards to play before them. I will play another crashing wave. For 3 damage on the Hydra Soldier, I guess. Yeah, that's kind of no. Actually, no. Wait. What I will do before I play that crashing wave, I attack the Hydra Soldier for 4 damage, defeating it, and that gives me an encounter card. And after I attack, oh wait, it doesn't trigger that. Yeah, that's fine. Right, then I play this crashing wave, and flip down Tide Wall to do 3 damage to Baron Strucker, who hits me back for 2. Which triggers this other fluid motion and puts my attack up to 5. I'm going to use Wave Swords to flip down Strength. So flip down this card to ready. And then I will attack Baron Strucker for 5. And he hits me for 2. And then I flip over the top card of the deck and do 1 additional damage to him. Captain America is going to thwart
No, no,
Hamlet.
no, 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 no.
No? Okay. In that case, I just won't use Captain America because we don't want to defeat the main scheme, I don't think.
Yeah, I think you can keep him.
Yep, I'll just keep him like that. I will then flip down. I'll put the top card of my deck face up in my Rising Tide area using Pearl's Alter Ego action, and I will use Pearl's Lolo to flip it down and heal 3 damage.
Wait,
And that
let me
is
wait. I am not sure. I think if we thwart, I can clear the area. Well, actually, you can do it because I can
okay.
then attack. I just attack for 1, which is not very
I'll,
good, but
I'll thwart 2 off of Hamlet then.
yeah.
Okay, your turn.
So, I will start with Nick Fury. So I will spend Genius, Helicarrier, Genius, and um, Homeland Intervention put in Nick Fury, which draws me 3 cards. Uh, um, I'm gonna 2, 3, 2, 3. After your hero, so I can turn the tide. One, two, three, 4 for Agent 13. Agent 13 can ready helicarrier. Okay, I will spend surveillance team to clear the area.
Hey, 3 more counters go and rescue civilians.
Oh wait, did we? After a treachery card is revealed from the encounter deck, did you reveal a treachery card last turn? No, you revealed
No.
Dominion, right? Okay.
Yep.
So 3 more. I can draw a card because I. Oh shit. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm gonna. Oh wait, it already is who? Shield support. So I can give you a helicarrier if you want for the crushing wave if it's for
It
something.
would have killed me because I remember that
Okay.
I
Yeah,
flipped down
okay.
to heal 3.
Oh, you flip down, so you can't even use it.
Yeah, but if I'd done it on my turn, it would have killed me. So it's
No, 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 no. I mean now. I can now like ready the helicarrier, but it won't be. It will be used. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So I will spend these 4. Hmm. Damn. I actually won't probably play Agent 13 because if she attacks, she would get killed very soon. So
um.
instead,
I'm just realizing this thing will put 4 counters on casualties of war. We need to be really ahead of it to win this way.
yeah. So we can kill him.
Yeah, we
19.
should kill him. Yeah.
That's 2, 3. I can do 4, which is
Yeah.
not enough. So
No,
instead,
but like
no, but Nick Fury would be killed, and I want to keep him. Okay, no, I will first play. I will turn the tide because I removed last threat.
mhm.
So I deal 3 damage to an enemy. 1, 2, 3. I take 2 retaliate. I'm gonna for the side skip or thwart event. I will actually play government liaison
Mhm.
because I won't be playing any side schemes. I think so. Government liaison for 2. And now, oh, if I attack with Nick Fury, he would be killed.
Yeah, no, I understand. Keep it to block.
If I,
I think it
but
makes a lot of sense.
I can keep Mockingbird to block, but I
I mean,
preferably
I would
I
keep
can
them
keep
both to
both.
block because of the text on this, where if we take an undefended attack, he kills like a civilian
Yeah.
for every point
Okay.
of damage he does.
So that's my turn. Oh,
Mhm.
I can attack myself for 1.
Is that worth it? He does 2 to you, you take 1. So you do 1.
Oh, what should I do? If he thwarts, how much casualties does he add?
Uh,
If he
sort of.
schemes, sorry, schemes. If there are
If he
less
schemes, he takes 1
counters.
from the civilians and puts in casualties of war. So it's a swing of 2. It's effectively
Oh,
like putting 2 casualties.
that's not good.
Maybe thwart from the main scheme. Like if we
Okay.
don't want to win that way, if we don't want to lose that way, then we should yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So ready?
Yep.
Oh, then I can thwart with Nick Fury as well, even
Sure.
though it's not very useful, but ready? I draw
Get an extra encounter card.
Attacks the music character, and this is after if an attack goes undefended. Okay, so I get 5. Now I have a good hand. Okay, so 2 goes on the main scheme. He attacks. Oh, he schemes against you.
Yep. So he schemes for 3.
1, 2. Oh, sorry.
And he takes
He
1 civilian and puts them on casualties of war.
he attacks me. Nick Fury is defending, so he attacks for 3. He kills him,
Hmm.
and
And
1.
puts 1 casualty.
Yeah, and encounter
Okay.
cards.
Encounter cards. I have so many this turn.
Yeah, you're in danger.
I'll be fine.
That's good. Now you can use Captain America
Do
if there is
you
any
do you
casualty.
want to use your ability on this one?
Deal the first player an encounter card. Yeah, sure.
Oh my god, really? Okay.
I'm still waiting for a
Uh,
search keyword, and it's still no search keyword.
well, this is basically Surge. Because
Yeah,
it's when reveal, deal an encounter card. That's mechanically identical to Surge.
yeah, I know, but
That should just say Surge.
this says search, so
Yeah.
come on,
Right.
give me search.
Uh,
What?
did we?
Did we forget anything?
Set the Fang of the Hydra attachment aside. This is the Fang of the Hydra. Is this maybe like an old version of the Fang of the Hydra? I'm confused.
Maybe we shouldn't be using this one. I'm not sure.
Well, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna discard this and treat it as Surge, and we can ask Lord Havoc about it later. It's easier than like
Yeah,
changing
and
how we've been playing the whole time. Um, right. Hydra Sniper, Hydra Infantry.
wait. Discard 1 civilian counter from rescued
Oh, yeah.
civilians, so
So
you
that
can
goes there
prevent
and
it.
goes there.
You can prevent it.
Oh, I can prevent it. You're right. I can exhaust Captain America and
And
put
put
an
it
extra
here.
civilian on here. Good point. Good work, Captain
Okay,
America. And a Hamlet.
and there are 5, and I can do my ability now. Okay, and mine is the prophecy. Victory 1, 5 threat, starting threat, and deal the first player in an encounter card. Gosh.
Okay. Well, I've already done my drawing phase, so this just
Yeah,
stays face
okay.
down
Ah,
until
yeah,
next
yeah, it's
round.
true. Yeah. So now we have to kill him now.
Yeah, we do. Do we want to defeat the prophecy? It says prophecy found. Is prophecy found? Let's go quickly check.
Let's check the victory instructions.
It doesn't explain it here.
Uh, prophecy found. I don't know.
I mean, we found it, we revealed it, but maybe we have to defeat it for it to count?
Maybe, yeah. So, I will exhaust government license and helicarrier and energy to put in Agent 13. Um, deal 3 damage if this attack defeats that enemy. Stun or confuse another enemy. Do you have anyone? Okay, can I kill one of them?
Yeah, you can kill one of them. That's fine.
So I'm gonna strength to outfox. Deal 3 damage to enemy.
Yeah,
If the enemy if this defeats, I can stun or confuse another enemy. So I probably will confuse him and flip down later.
sure. That sounds
I
good
can
to me.
defend for you. I can defend for you if you want, but I'll flip down.
Yeah. I'm on board with this. I like this plan.
That's more likely that we're gonna hit search.
Yeah. So you're defeating Hydra Sniper.
Yeah, Hydra Sniper, sorry.
Mhm.
What about these? Exhaust, Atlas, Assault Team, deal one. Okay, that's not an attack, so I'm gonna play that. So first, Agent 13 is going to sword for 2 from here. Uh, take 1 consequential. And I can choose a shield support and ready it, so I'll ready Helicarrier. I'll spend Helicarrier and this to play Atlas Assault Team. Atlas Assault Team will exhaust and deal 1 damage to an enemy. That's gonna be Baron von Strucker because it's not an attack.
Nice.
Mockingbird will thwart for 1. Or do you want me? Do you want to have something to clear? Because I can clear it, but I don't need to.
I can't. I don't have any thwart in my hand this turn,
Okay,
so
so I
anything
will
that you're not thwarting
thwart
isn't going to be thwarted.
for 2, and this goes to the victory display.
Okay.
And there are no civilians, so yeah. He's confused. I'll flip down,
Okay.
and that's my turn.
Right. The first thing I'm going to do is put the top card of my deck into my Rising Tide area, and then I'm going to flip it down to use Pearl's Lolo to heal for 3. Then I'm going to flip up to Wave, and he's at 15. Can I do 15?
Oh, but no, it's not very likely.
Maybe. I might
Can
be able
you?
to. Yeah, probably. I
If
mean,
you
I've got.
if you told me I could have attacked him,
You did attack him, didn't you? Use this. You hit him for 1.
yeah, but I could have used the allies as well. I,
That would have eaten them up. Let's find out. Let's figure out what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to use Strength to play for Clobber, which goes back into my hand. So that's 3 damage to Baron Strucker. 1, 2, 3. He does 2 to me. I use a fluid motion, and my attack goes up. Then I will discard Keep Up the Pressure to Precision Strike. My Precision Strike is going to hit the Hydra Infantry because I'm going to need to heal.
Mhm,
And I'm going to shuffle them into the deck.
mhm.
And that triggers my other fluid motion. Means my attack is now 5. Then I will discard Clobber for a Crashing Wave. And I will flip down 2 of these cards in order to deal 1, 2, 4, 5. So 5 to Strucker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he does 2 to me. Then I attack him for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He does 2 to me. And I use. Actually, you know what? I should have just used the extra club to do 2 more damage with that crashing wave. I could have used it to ready, but I take less damage this way. So yeah, like that.
Mhm.
Bam. Strucker is
Okay,
down.
so we won.
Yeah.
So okay, let's go through the instructions. So set up victory. So no loss, that's fine. So record any points earned by the players to the cooperation progress section of the rulebook. Record 1 point for the victory. So we
Okay.
get
1 second.
1.
1 point for winning.
Where does it go? Earn points. Okay, so 1 for the winning. Then collate the total of points on cards in the victory display. What is collate?
He just means you get the total points of cards in the victory display, which is 1, right?
1.
It's prophecy. So 2. So we got 2 total now
2? Why 2?
because we already had 1 from winning.
Yeah, yeah.
Now we have
Okay,
another.
2 more. It should probably say like get
Oh,
1
2 more.
point.
We've only got 1 point in the victory display. Where's the other one?
No, 1 is in the victory display.
Yeah, so 1 point. So 2 in total. 1
Yeah,
for winning, 1 for
that's what
victory display.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. If the
Just
main scheme.
I just wanted to say that the collate the total of points on cards in the victory display. It should say, I think, record 1 point for each point in the victory display or
Yes,
something like
I
that.
agree. I agree. It should be worded that way. It's
If
not
the
the best
main
one,
scheme was still on 1B, record one
it
point,
wasn't.
which is
So
not.
we don't get that one.
So how? Okay. If no minions were in play, record 1 point.
Yeah, I did do that right at the end. Hell yeah. Another point.
If no minions were in play, record one. If no side schemes were in play, record 1 point. So
Well, we don't
that's
get
not.
that one.
If no identities were defeated, record 1 point. So
Okay, we
that
do
was
get
B.
that one.
Mhm. And if there is no damage on Captain America, record 1 point. Right, there is.
There is. I didn't even know
Proceed.
we should be thinking about that.
Yeah. Proceed to scenario 2. That's it. So how many points do we have? 4.
4.
4 points and total points. Oh, okay, total points, earned points. So scenario completed. We can check, and the prophecy found as well, probably because it's in the victory display.
Yep, I'll do that.
Yeah, that should be specified as well, I think. Yeah, I have a tool to give you the possibility to write on it. Because right now, even if you write on it and I click the Alt and enlarge it, the text doesn't it's not visible.
Show up. Yeah.
But there is a tool that enables you to do it, and it's very easy to use. So I'll show it to Lord Havoc, and yeah, he might maybe.
I would also appreciate you showing that to me. I am making a campaign, so
Yeah, sure, sure.
at some point I'm gonna want that.
Okay, so that's it. So now what was the scenario for the next game? So it's scenario 2, the 6 heads of Hydra. Okay,
Mhm.
interesting. So that's the one. Which one is that? Is the one with a oh, I don't know. I don't know which one is that. I haven't probably seen that one in the stream yet.
I actually have played that one.
You have played it.
So I have played the Six Heads of the Hydra. Tested it with Havoc.
Oh, so there's multi-villain scenario.
It's a multi-villain, yes.
Okay, it's gonna be interesting. Okay, that was a good game. I think that some of the cards are a little bit like wordy, I would say. But it was a lot of fun. It's a good mechanic that you don't really need to care about how the game ends. You just need to keep civilians
Yeah, I
rescued.
yeah,
This is really nice. This is really
some
interesting.
some of the rules wording needs work, but we'll just we can chat to Havoc privately about that later. The concept behind the scenario is so cool. I really, really like the way that we we're desperately rescuing civilians. He's constantly building up casualties of war. It's possible to win even if the main villain schemes out, but you have to have saved so many civilians. I feel like a protection player would have because neither of us had the ability to stop him from damaging us, right?
Yeah,
We were throwing allies under the bus, and that was still creating casualties. But if you had a proper protection player who was fully preventing damage, we could have stopped so many of these casualties of war, and I think
yeah,
that's really interesting.
yeah.
Um, really
So
different. It makes you approach the game really differently, and that's a really cool thing for a scenario to do.
so the question is, like, if we are both killed, do we lose or do we care about the text here?
I think we win if there are enough rescued civilians.
Oh, I'm not
I
sure.
mean,
Like, I'm not sure to be honest. I think that
well, I
it.
mean, look, it's when we did the victory conditions. One of the conditions was if none of us were defeated. So
Yeah, but
you could still win.
you can still win the game if you are, if there's a multiplayer game and one of the players
Sure.
is defeated. So
I think heroic sacrifice is part of the vibe of a World War One battle, and I think that's a really interesting part. Is he's trying Lord
hmm,
Havoc has tried to capture the feeling of a World War One
yeah,
battle in the French
I
countryside and
understand that. I
rescue.
understand that. The only thing I'm worried is that I can imagine a situation where you have enough rescued civilians and you just let him kill you just to finish the game. And that's what I don't like. If, you know, for example, in this situation, we didn't have to care about killing him. We could just die by, killing ourselves by retaliate and then not defending, while he was attacking us. So I think that even if all heroes are defeated, I think that we should lose.
Fair enough. I think I'm okay with a situation where you heroically sacrifice yourselves to distract Strucker from attacking the
Me
civilians.
too. Like the
Uh,
idea is good. Like I like the idea. I just don't like that the real situation can be that okay, I'm just letting him kill me as soon as possible so that he doesn't have enough casualties of war. That's the only
Fair.
problem I have. I understand. I'm okay with like, if the villains rescue enough people and they are killed, I'm okay if they can win. I'm okay with the concept. I
Mhm.
just have problems that like while you're playing, you can feel like I have enough rescued people, so I can just let him kill me, which I
Yeah,
don't think that's okay.
yeah, I get you. Um, Either way, we didn't play that way. We didn't just let him
Yeah,
kill us.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
We
It's true. That's true.
we, uh,
That's
we
true.
actually we actually killed him, even though we were planning on letting this one pop at first, and then we realized that would take a really long time, and in that time he would get a lot of casualties. I also like that you're getting all the civilians from these side schemes, so
Uh-huh,
it's
me
like
too.
sometimes you don't know that you can rescue civilians. You're sort of you have to like last long enough to draw things from
Yeah.
the encounter deck.
Yeah, I think that for this scenario, it's good to have a justice player with one way or another, and then a
Yeah,
protection player. Because
we
yeah,
need more.
because we don't really
There's a
need an aggression player because we don't need to kill him, to be honest. So,
I
uh,
mean, yeah, but you saw me do 15 damage at the end there.
of course, no, you did a great job. I'm just saying that, yeah, well, of course, aggression players very useful. You did much more than I did, but I think that the best combination would be justice and protection. I think I
I
might
think
be
for this
wrong.
scenario, yes, I agree. No, I agree with you. For this scenario, if all you care about is winning this scenario, then justice and protection are probably the best combo. But we'll have more scenarios, so maybe
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah,
future
sure, sure,
ones,
sure,
it'll
sure.
be like we really regret not having leadership.
Yeah, I'm just not now. I'm not really sure when do we like buy these stuff from the warehouse?
Now we do it now between rounds, I think. Although, like normally,
Do
is it
you
maybe
want to
it's
do
in
it
second?
now,
Let's
or do
just
you
go
want to
step
do
by
it before we
let's
start the next one?
I think we should do it next week. Oh no, not yeah, like next time we
Next,
play
yeah, next
because
time. Oh, it's in the setup instructions. I see it now.
yeah, it's in the setup instructions. Yeah,
Okay, cool, cool. Okay, thank you for the game.
but
I
yeah,
really enjoyed it.
how did you find Jimmy?
I'm a little bit confused still because I don't think that I deck built very well. Because I didn't use a lot of I think I felt like maybe it was just because of the scenario. I didn't really play a lot of his cards. I mostly like tried to put as many shield cards as I could.
You played his
Uh
events. I
I
think
played the events. Yeah, I played the events.
yeah,
I played the one of the side schemes.
yeah.
But I'm talking about the upgrades. So I played this one, but then there was another one which but that was situational. The one that gives you a resource when you play a player side scheme or a thwart event. Yeah, this one. I
Well, I mean,
think
a
that's
rainbow for a thwart event can be very good.
that's a, that's
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 like
very good. I just think that for my deck building, it was not very good. So I think that's not problem with the set, but with the deck building, I
sure.
did.
I mean, I will say this scenario has a lot of side schemes, right? Like
Mhm.
the scenario we just played. So I don't even know that it's your deck that's the issue. It was like, you know, you had enough stuff to thwart almost all the time that you didn't need to play more side schemes. Whereas, like, the times where side schemes are really good to play is when you have extra thwarting available that you don't need to use in other
Yeah,
places.
yeah, yeah. You're right, and I like the that you can attack without taking care of the retaliate, which was very useful in this
Mhm.
scenario. Uh, yeah, I think it's fine. I think I really like it. I just didn't use this one. Well, there was a situation I could have played this very easily, and I was like, I'm not gonna play any player side scheme because these are useful, but they are for zero, so I can't use the the resource for it, and I didn't want to play these because didn't want to wait for minions. So, and the thwart cards, I think I only have I have the 3 copies of this, and then I have one, I think, just to clear the area. So
Yeah,
if I
there's
had
Clear the
more,
Area, there's Perfect Diversion.
yeah, those two, yeah, that's like 5 cards, which is fine, but the situation I was in, I didn't needed it. I didn't need it, so yeah,
Oh yeah, because you've also got Homeland Intervention, which is free. Yeah, that's
yeah,
fine. That's not even like necessarily a problem with deck building. Like it's okay to not use all the cards in a hero's kit in a specific deck build. Um, that's also sort of how Miss Marvel
yeah.
works,
This
where like
this
when
was
the
very useful. Sorry, yeah, Miss
yeah, that card
Marvel,
is really
yeah,
good. Um, I also this card is really important for Jimmy Woo in aggression. Because it lets you
yeah,
turn combat
yeah.
trainings into extra
Mm.
thought.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Yeah, the car is
Uh,
also cool. I just didn't. I could have played it, but I decided for another card.
yeah, the interesting thing about Jimmy Woo's car is it gives you aerials, so you can run like if you're in like you can run pitchback injustice, right? You can run like that really cheap thought event that's really good.
Mm-hmm.
But it requires you to put the car into play, which is like
Yeah, yeah, you're
tricky.
right. Yeah. Instead of the car, I played these two, and I didn't use them for the whole game. I think the first round I played these two, and I didn't use any of them.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think these are very good cards. Like in general, I've never felt happy playing them. I did use this in Ronin when we like the only time I've ever used this card was to prevent Ronin from putting fanaticism into play. That is
Hmm.
the only time I've ever really gotten use out of it. Um,
Yeah, I think this is pretty cool. I think this is good. I really like these cards. Yeah, but there was just no search, and the only time there was a boost ability, we were always in alter ego, and the boost ability didn't do anything. So for this
yeah.
scenario, probably it wasn't good. But I didn't know what the scenario is gonna be like. So
Mhm.
I think they're cool. I think they're good. I don't agree that they are not very powerful. I think those are the one of the best preparation cards.
I mean, they might be strong preparation cards, but I also don't think preparations are very strong. I feel like the preparations were balanced around the fact that Black Widow damages people when she uses them. So that I feel like every preparation card is like one cost too expensive is kind of how I feel about them.
Hmm.
Like the not the new ones, some of the new preparations are very good, but like the old ones, there's like counterintelligence and like I don't know,
Yeah,
counterintelligence is
that's not very
pretty
good. Yeah,
expensive for a thwart
that's
event.
true. Yeah.
Um, and like I do really like the shield dust, the new prism dust. There it is. This one. I think this one's really really good. It's 2 damage for one, and it confuses. Yeah, it only works when a minion comes into play, but that's
I
I
think
think
it's
that one's a
good.
really
Yeah,
good
it's good for a Justice player, especially because you don't
yeah
want
because
the
it deals with
minions.
minions which you're not good at dealing with, and it confuses them so that like you can go to
Yeah,
ego without being sad. Yeah, I
yeah,
think that one's really good.
yeah. But I have it there, but I just didn't play it.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, you have me around is the thing, so I'm really good at dealing with minions in this deck. Like
Yeah.
really, really good at dealing with them. So you sort of don't need to play cards like that when you're teamed up with me. Um,
Okay. And what about the Wave? How do you
yeah, I
feel about
mean,
Wave?
I've played Wave before. I mean, I made this for her because I really enjoy playing her. Like
Hmm.
um, I think it's really interesting to think about to have a character where your main concern in deck building is does it have a 1 in the corner? Because if it's free, then you're not putting any cards in the Rising Tide area, and if it costs 2 or more, then you sort of like you're not playing enough cards to get use out of it. You
Hmm.
like all of Pearl's unique cards, like Crashing Wave, for example. Crashing Wave is at its absolute best when you have 3 cards in the Rising Tide area, because then it does 7 damage for one. Um,
Hmm.
but to do that, you have to have played 2 cards before it, which means you
Yeah.
need like
Yeah. Yeah.
enough
Yeah. Yeah.
cheap cards. So she has really interesting and different deck building concerns than other heroes. Because there are heroes who just want all of the cheapest cards. Like for example, Spider Woman. Spider Woman is like I just want to have lots of cheap cards that have different resource symbols.
Yeah.
Um, but Pearl, but Wave
Well,
doesn't
Spider-Woman doesn't care about resource symbols, right?
no, sorry, not resource symbols.
Yeah, the aspect. Yeah.
Aspect colors.
Yeah, yeah,
You just want really really cheap cards in all different aspect colors. But
yeah, yeah, right. Yeah.
Spider Woman is happy to play a zero cost, and Wave is not. Wave is like
But
no, one
yeah,
cost.
you need one cost. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I like this. I like when there is this like I would say requirement for deck building to have a lot of cheap cards. For example, my Albert hero also has this kind of playstyle that you
Mm.
need many cheap cards. I like this. Uh, I don't mm, like. I don't like the idea. It was not in this game because there were many side schemes. But for Jimmy Woo, it's kind of you kind of need to include the player side schemes. I think that to have just his own four might be enough in scenarios with multiple side schemes, but in many scenarios you just need to add, the aspect or basic side schemes, and that's I it's not what I it's not like that it's not that I completely dislike it.
Mhm.
I'm not happy with this kind of like feeling of the hero that it needs like you need these four cards and the rest is up to you to decide. So that's one like I would say downside of his that you kind of
Mm.
need to include at least two, maybe more of the player side schemes.
Sure, but there's always there's several good side schemes in Basic, and
Yeah,
every aspect has their own unique set of
yeah.
side schemes.
Fortunately,
So he's
they are
still like
adding. They
interesting.
are adding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's still interestingly different based on your aspect pick, which I think is always like the important thing. Is does a hero feel different? I also really like the decision to focus on side schemes for Jimmy Woo, because I don't know how much you know about his story.
None.
Um, So Jimmy Woo was he's from Atlas Comics. Marvel now owns Atlas Comics and has owned them for a long time, but he was like a very popular super secret agent back during the Atlas Comics days. Um, and in the Agents of Atlas book that the Marvel released back in like 2006, the whole idea is Jimmy Woo has been a Shield agent for years. And then he inherits criminal empire. He becomes the leader of Atlas, which is a criminal organization that he's been spending his whole career fighting.
Hmm.
Um, I won't get too into the depth of why that happens, but then from that point onwards, the agents of Atlas are essentially like Jimmy Woo trying to use a criminal empire to do good things. And I
Hmm.
really like representing that with side schemes because side schemes are like a villain thing. So I think it's a good way of being like Jimmy Woo is a good guy and his organization does good things, but they used to be a criminal empire, and that's why they operate using side schemes. I
Hmm.
think it's very
Hmm.
flavorful.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. That's true. That's interesting. I'm a little bit concerned about this card.
Which
I'm not
card?
saying the waves swords.
Hmm.
Like I'm not saying it should cost two. I would say it should cost like 1.1, 1.1 and a half.
Hmm.
Because like if you compare it with a cape of Adam Warlock, that's two costs, right?
Oh yeah, but you can
But
also compare it to. Doesn't Quicksilver have a one cost ready?
that's no. He
No,
readies by his ability.
no. 1 second. Let me search. Doesn't
No,
I think
he has
one.
just event cards that readies him, not a permanent card or like support
I thought
or
he had an upgrade that gave him an extra ready.
no,
I
it
don't know.
doesn't. He doesn't have it. I know Quicksilver.
I'm sure you do. I'm
Mm.
searching him now that
So he has
I'm
the
aware of
card
it.
that readies when he readies, the card readies and it gives him a resource, but he doesn't have an upgrade that readies him. You don't believe me?
No, no, I believe you. Oh yeah, he's got always be running his hero action is ready Quicksilver. Yeah, so it's basically heroic endurance, right?
So
He's
I
got
think that
something.
when you have a ready card in your kit, it's you can't say like it should cost like two or it should cost one. It's always dependent on the basic stats of the hero. For example,
Yeah, I agree with that.
if a She-Hulk has if she had a ready card, like two cost ready card for She-Hulk would be uh, too 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 like undercosted.
Yeah,
For
it is.
Wave is
I
like
think
1 2 2, which is okay. I mean, I didn't play her, so it's hard to judge. But I just
there's a
felt like
there's
every
a
turn.
there's an interesting quality to this card, which is that sometimes it feels like a free ready, right? So like if you draw a hand, which is like precision strike, Spider Girl, clobber, clobber, this right, this hand, right? You're
Mhm.
because you're not using your Rising Tide area in any other way. You're only using it for wave swords. It feels like the ready is free. But when you draw like Crashing Wave or Marine Patrol
Yeah,
or like any
yeah.
other card that uses the Rising Tide area,
I see you. I see
so-
what you're trying
so
to say. I see you. But yeah, I understand that it's not like every turn already. It's not. I know it's not. I know you have to have a good deck building to be really able to use it. So that's why I'm
it's
saying
also
it's not like it's not necessarily two cost. I just feel like yeah, I know it's silly to say like it should be like one and a half, which is nonsense. But uh, I felt during the game I felt it's just a little bit like undercosted.
Mhm. It's also worth noting that Wave doesn't have a hero power. Like if you're not utilizing the cards in the Rising Tide area, her hero power doesn't do anything, right? So
Yeah.
you've got to account for the fact that like this card is I agree it's very powerful, but part of the power that it is getting is that it is making use of a power that doesn't
Yeah. Yeah.
inherently do
Yeah.
anything. Like when like another character has like Gamora, for example. Gamora has like do one damage, do one thwart for free basically every turn if you play the right cards, right?
Hmm.
Um, so it's sort of I guess the closest character where you have to sort of think of the balance in that way is Miles Morales, because Miles Morales' hero power, all it does is it says like here are Miles' two special abilities, and then
Hmm.
my cards in Miles' hero set use those special abilities, and
Hmm.
that's why the cards in Miles Morales' hero set get to be so powerful, is because he doesn't have a hero. He basically doesn't have a hero ability.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and I think the same is true for Wave. Is that like if you see Marine Patrol or Wave Swords or Crashing Wave in isolation, you might think they seem a little bit strong, but they some of their power is drawing from the fact that they are like Wave's hero ability doesn't do anything,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's where they're
Okay.
drawing their power from.
You're right. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. So Phenexian, thank you for joining me for a game. I think we discussed it enough.
Hmm.
I'm happy to play in the next one. Anytime
Yeah, I'm
when
looking forward to
we
it.
have time, when we have both time. Uh, if you're watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe and comment. If you're interested in any of the custom content, join the Discord community. You can check other creations of Lord Havoc, or you can try the campaign as well. You can try the content of Misteltainn, who is a creator of both Jinivu and Wave. And see you next time for the scenario 2 of the Hydra Unleashed campaign.
Yeah.
Bye.